Wanted to talk to you about, sorry, speaking of strength today. I wrote a little post in my Magenta Goddess group, in my free group. If you want to get in there, please let me know. Also here and pull a card for you today. But I wanted to talk to you about the shift, and this is also I feel like a result of, not being able to do anything wrong anymore, which is a huge shift again, because that was also not the only thing I've worked through with my mentor. Yet I wanted to talk to you about how I have been sitting in this pity party, right? It's really funny because for the last, like, probably year, as I rolled out court again, I've been constantly like, I can feel people, right? And I can feel the energy, and I've been processing that, and there was this pity party that I've been throwing for myself, right? Of, yeah, I hear that you have this advice for me, but you're not in the same situation, and you're speaking a different language. You're not on the opposite side of the world. You're not, raising your family like whatever on the opposite side of the planet, really, right? Even if people are like, but I'm in a different state, and yeah, well, that is just like I always felt probably a little bit misunderstood in that sense, right? I didn't really have anyone, or I do have some people around that are in the same situation that I am in. Yet a lot of people weren't, and I do actually honor their advice, which is really contrary a little bit right now, right? But I had this internal story of, and like, my life is a bit more complex, a bit harder. Like, I'm in a different situation to you, like, right? I don't have that support. I don't have this. I have, I'm facing this on top of all of what you're facing, kind of thing. So then I'm going into court, and I'm actually getting a positive result of and getting the majority of the custody for now, right? And I'm sitting in a session with Lois again, which is my mentor, and we're unraveling this. And I'm now realizing that instead of saying, how am I supposed to, or like, what was running the show as I showed up for myself was, but I don't have, and I'm coping with this on top of everything else, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, like constantly like telling myself all the hardship I was going through. Then when court unraveled that way, and I actually, results showed up because I did the inner work and because I showed up in a way that I did, I realized although I'm facing all these challenges, I'm having positive results in court. Although I'm challenged raising my kid on my own here, I'm managing to raise a healthy boy, right? Although I'm doing all of this, I'm still having successful results. So that was that mindset shift of, I'm like, what am I telling myself all the time? This like negativity. How about we shift that right into something positive? And this is what I'm saying. Like, at some point, the shift, it's almost like it has to take place. Of course, we have a choice, and we can run down that pity party story and keep going that way, which is kind of funny because I've been telling myself all of that stuff, but I've been still creating the results, right? I'm like, oh, wow, I'm kind of like totally now not invalidating myself, but I've been proving myself wrong, that actually although you're doing all of this, you do the same. And this is like this mindset shift onto the next step, right? Although we are facing challenges around money, or although you could get that in a bigger sense of what, our entire world is going through right now. Although we are facing lockdowns, we can have happy, harmonious family times or whatever. Although we can still create whatever, a happy childhood for our children, like whatever it is that we want to create, right? So that gives you at least a positive mindset that grows and that expands, right? And this is also because I'm also teaching the way. So it's not about always the end result, which, obviously I have a positive end result, probably not as good as it could have been, or that's just my expectation, but it feels like it sometimes. But anyways, it's a different story. But, we are here to enjoy life, not just to go after the results. So if you have that expansive mindset and this positive mindset and this like, whatever it's going to turn out, we put in our best of intentions, that's like being the way, right? It's not like, oh, I'm grasping that goal and work towards it. If it doesn't turn out the way exactly I have it in my mind, I'm gonna be shattered. So it's like creating along the way and then letting it unfold, and you have more joy and peace, and also like more strength and most likely more possibilities along your way if you are holding that positive mindset. And that's the other thing. If you don't worry about it, because all of that is about our evolution, and I evolved that part of me and it's healed now, right? And it's turned around into something positive and expansive rather than me constantly beating up on myself. So really it's then like, oh wow, thank you so much for having to go through all of this for me now to change that kind of thing within myself, because my life is happier now. I feel happier, and the results showing in my world. Like, it's easier for me to just like do the dishes or clean the toilet or show up for myself and treat myself and whatever. Like, it does make a difference. But I guess we also go through, you know, hard and dark times in our life. When we come out the other side, it's just a matter of showing up. There's the card wanting to come out. My energy creates my reality. So this is on top of everything else I just said. Positive mindset creates positive results. What I focus on is what I will manifest. There you go. And this may not always come exactly in detail on how you want it to be, but you will create what you focus on. And I can tell you that if you are creating around on something for years, you can lose your faith. Or let's say you feel hopeless. That's a feeling, right? And I feel like we need to talk about this. I know some people say, don't talk about this. Just keep being faithful and be the light. But, you know, I also don't want to lie and say like, look, oh, well, I'm constantly positive and all I feel is positive feelings. It's not true. It's not true. And I have a lot of people around that also check in and keep me accountable and hold me through this, right? And if I wouldn't have their light and positivity holding me sometimes, oh my goodness, I didn't even know, again, I needed them, but they show up at the right time. And I'm like, okay, cool, I can get through this, right? So sometimes it's like taking the next step and flying, and then people will come and lift you and shift, and, you know, new opportunities come out. But this is also, if you have been creating on something for such a long time and you do start to feel hopeless and it's not going to show up for me, and it, you know, it's like, because it's first of all our mind looking for results in our reality, right? And if they don't see signs or anything like that, you have already created it beforehand in your life, that makes you feel like, yes, you can have that too. Then our mind goes into, no, look at all the logic and all the data and look at your life, and you've never had it. Why would you have it now? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, I don't see it around. You don't have what other people have that have it, or so many, they try to find so much evidence of why you can't have it, will not have it, should not have it, all the things, right? This is why we want to quieten this. And then I want to talk about the hopeless feeling you feel, because that can be just part of a block that's sitting there on why you're not receiving it. Maybe underneath that hopeless feeling is some unmet need of unconditional love, or being held, or someone actually telling you that you can have it. And yes, of course, Christine, is out there for you, darling. I love you so much, but why are you doubting this? Or like something, you know, something at the core of you feeling hopeless of not getting what it is that you want and intend to create, could be just that as a block. So you want to fear this through, like, allow yourself to feel hopeless all the way, like allow yourself to go there, and then, you know, nip it out at the core and release it. So, because then your energy can create your reality. If you are keeping holding this block of hopelessness because you keep being told that you shouldn't feel hopeless, or no one feels ever hopeless, and then you don't allow yourself to feel hopeless, but you still have it in your heart or somewhere in your body, you will create results that are hopeless. You will, let's say you want to create a partner, you will go out on dates, and it will be hopeless. Like, either they are in relationships, or, you know, they're not interested, whatever causes that hopeful feeling again in your body, you will create that. So if you release it, your energy creates your reality. Then, you know, if you feel like, yes, of course unconditional love is available, like I'm loving myself in a true and real way, like of course it's going to show up outside. I'm not doubting that, right? And whatever neediness or something could be in the way, that's just in that example. So that can be shifted too, and then you be like, I'm fine, and that will show up in your life. So I'm saying that also maybe you have big money goals, or like for example court proceedings that are, dragging out for years and years and years. Like what is it at the core that's attracting all of this? There's healing in this for us. And personally, I have taken this on board like a manifestation. I also know that there's higher power out there, but still, it's not going to stop me from trying. It's not going to stop me from trying. So, yeah, the energy creates your reality. And this is the other thing what's coming through now is even though you may be going through challenges, like, for example, in my case, court, right? I don't want to go through this for years, but I know what I want to create and I know where I'm at. I know where I'm, like I put my highest intentions out there yet, you know? So what I'm saying is, although it may take longer than you originally planned for this to take, for the results to show up, or that your life hasn't quite turned out the way you wanted it to be, for example, lockdowns and COVID and all the restrictions this comes with and all the changes and challenges, your energy still creates your reality. So if you are in a joyful, peaceful place, although COVID is hitting, you were having a fun time or things fall into place for you. Although I'm going through court, opportunities show up and open up for me and it's going to get resolved quickly and fast and for the highest good of all. Although, I'm moving through grief, I'm going to honor my journey right now. I'm treating myself with the utmost gentleness and kindness, although, right? And this is then how the reality shows up. It's not always about not moving through challenges. It's also about how, again, the way, how we are doing this, right? And what we're learning in the meantime. Two different things. So, and there's magic at the core, and that's you, that divine, sparkling being that has all the answers. Surely we are in this together and we need each other and guidance and love and whatever, but within you lie all the answers and your journey and the unfolding and all the possibilities and what have you. And you got this. You are here because you can stand this, right? You're not here in this life because someone is coming after you, making it extra hard for you. You are here because you can handle this and move through this and do what it takes. And you've got what it takes. Don't forget that. That's also the energy that creates your reality, right? We're all lead by example. So, and that doesn't mean that we don't find ourselves on our knees, right? Yeah, we get to choose how we are down there. Might as well pray while you're down there, right? Or surrender, or get back up, or, Don't beat yourself up for going through hard times. I feel like because we are kind of, and this is also why everything is crumbling in society, because we're pretending all the time and we're holding up and we're looking good and we're smiling as the shit goes down. And surely this is also an attitude, right? You can always smile and have an amazing attitude as stuff comes down. And you know what? Shit will happen less if you're changing your attitude and your internal world. But you also want to stay real, right? Because I haven't seen a person in this life yet that hasn't moved through challenges. I have not seen that yet, right? I have not even the brightest, happiest married couple and their perfect family that may look perfect to you. How do you perceive them, right? What's going on inside of you? It's like, oh, I'm perceiving everybody else's life as perfect so I can continue throwing my pity party before I let in the perfect relationship life for me. And then actually real deal with that and that. So it's easy to just like, oh, see, everybody has it but me. I just feel so bad for myself. Oh, it's safer for me to be in that because I know what that feels like. Sometimes you don't know how to let that go. But if you want to keep moving on, you might gotta let that go. All right. Bottom deck card, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. You can call yourself out at any point in time and you change the story, the outcome, the way. The direction. You choose the direction. You change the direction by choosing that. All right, you guys. If you have any questions to that, please let me know. My Oracle card readings are available for you. As I said, I do have my free group available for you. If you want to jump in there, please do so. There's a lot of already. Hey, Christina, good to have you here. A lot of inner child meditations and so forth for you to dig in and start your healing journey, and some support already waiting there for you. And yeah, I'll be also holding my manifestation workshops again. I will hold them again, and I feel like on Saturdays. So Saturdays, 10 a.m. in the morning, here online, Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you are interested in learning to manifest, releasing those blocks, throw through life with a more ease, create your dream life, although, right, everybody's telling you not to, or whatever the story is, please send me a message. I'd love to have you there. I had amazing results in the past, and I would love to keep taking it online so it's accessible for everybody, although we are in lockdown, right? Who knows what we can create? Like, sky's the limit, they say. And then I'm thinking, like, why? You can just like build a rocket and shoot right up into the universe, into space. Anyways, send me a message if you're interested. I hope that helped. Please reach out if you have any questions. Share this live stream with people who you think can benefit from that. Take them in here. And until next time, I shall see you soon. Lots of love.